Here with Brino. Hello Brino, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you feeling? Are you
I'm feeling very sleepy. We wake up at 3 o'clock, so
3 o'clock?
yeah.
I didn't sleep yet.
I didn't sleep very much, like 2 hours.
Good morning guys. Are you excited? How are you feeling at the moment? Everybody ready to leave?
Well, I feel so excited. I can't wait to start this tour because I really want to have fun and I want to give my viewers so much fun in this show.
Yeah. How about you?
And this is awesome. I like it a lot, and I'm very excited because it promised to be a really nice journey. We're gonna meet a lot of nice places, and we're already meeting a lot of nice people, and I think we're gonna have a lot of fun too.
You already got a camera. You prepared everything?
Oh yeah. The camera is part of me.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you very
Safe
much.
trip.
All right, thank you.
За, сэтгэл ямар байна да? Одоо явахд бэлэн болсон уу?
Гоё энэ тий. Одоо тэгээ олон гоё гайхамшигтай гоё газраар одоо Монголынхаа гоё гайхамшигтай газраар гадаад тийм олон хүмүүстэй хамтдаа аялна гэдэг нь хамгийн гайхалтай байна.
Оюукогийн хувьд урд нь очиж үзээгүй аймаг байгаа юу аялын туршид?
Ер нь бол оюутан бахтай явж исэн. Гэтэ хамгийн гол нь юм гадаад хүмүүстэй явж байгаа нь илүү гоё юм л да.
Шөөдөө хөвгөлтэй, тэ алдлаа тэнцээ гэдэг утгаараа. За, бүх юм хангалтсан биз дээ.
Ер нь бол гайгүй бэлтгэсэн.
Хэдэн амрын машинд барилгацсан?
Одоо энэ машинд л явж байна да.
За, Land Cruiser-ээр явах нь шүү. За, амжилт хүсье. Сайн аялаарай. Манай аялагчид зандаа гарахад бэлэн болсон байна үзэгчтэй. Бацаг энэхүү Монгол домгийн гайхамшигт аял энэхүү нэвтрүүлэг reality show-ны жолоочоор ажиллаж байна. Гадаадуудтай явж байна. Урд нь ер нь гадаадуудтай аль хэрэг явж исэн бэ?
Нэг их явж байгаагүй. Бараг л анхных нь чухал болж байна дөө.
Одоо тэгэл замдаа англиар яриа л яваад байж тээ.
Англиэл жоохон дээшлүүлэн дээ.
За тэгээ зам сайхан байх болтгоо тийм ээ. Монгол домгийн гайхамшигт аялалд оролцож байгаа оролцогч Даваа Сэлэнгэ хоёр маань явж байна.
Монгол иргэд үнэхээр сэтгэл өндөр байна. Уусаа энэ програмд хөтөлбөрт хамрагдаад маш баяртай байгаа. Сая жишээлбэл ингээд хойно машинд суугаад ингээд харахад ингээд туг мөгөн ингээд дагтаа малгай нэмрээд үнэхээр амар сүртэй өстой гоё хөтөлбөр болж байна гэж бодож байна. Баяртай байна энэ хөтөлбөрт хамрагдаж байгаа да.
Турк улсын Анкара хотын Анкара их сургуулийн олон улсын харилцааны 4-р курсын оюутан дараа жил төгснө. Өмнө би юусаа хөдөө юусаа явж үзэж байгаагүй. Анх удаа явах гэж байгаа болохоор амар сэтгэл хөдлөж байна. Тэгээд Монголынхаа бас төвхт газраар явна. Тэгээд эртний тэр янз бүрийн дурсгалт газруудыг үзэх амар хүсэж
байна. Энэ аялалд бол бараг Монголоос илүү Турк улсаас төлөөлж явж байгаа юм шиг сэтгэл төрж байна.
Туркд байхдаа ингээл танай аль нутагчин гоё, аль нутагчин юу байдаг гэж асуухаар хэлхэн байдаггүй. Энэ удаагийн аяллаар бол ингээд яваад Монголынхаа сайхан дурсгал газруудыг үзээд одоо буцаад Туркд очиод тэдний өмнө нүүр бардам хэлэх үгтэй ярих яриатай тийм болж очноо л.
Тэгэхээр энэ аяллаа давуу тал нэмээ очисон газар болгоны тухай одоо хөтөж тайлбар хийгээд явахаар маш их мэдээлэлүүд олж авах хаа гэж бодож байна шүү дээ. Тэгээд миний хувьд мэдхгүй зүйлүүдээ энэ нэвтрүүлгээр далимдуулж бас үзэж мэдэх юм их байна. Тэгэхээр бүгдээрэнд нь илүү сонирхолтой сайхан аялал болох хаа. Тэмцээн уралдаан гэдэг үднээсээ ялаад шагнал авахыг бас хүсэж байна. Амжилттай баярлалаа.
За баярлалаа.
Precious, do you know about these things we called it ovo.
No, I don't.
Don't know?
No, I don't
Okay. Didn't you seen anywhere ovo before?
No, I've not.
Okay. So basically, we call the ovo.
Okay.
It means when you see the ovo
Okay.
anywhere,
Okay.
you can make the turn round and always add more rocks and think all your wishes for good luck to my team or wherever you and your family. So try to do it.
Okay, I make a turn.
Make a turn, could add more rocks. What are you thinking?
About a wonderful wish in my mind.
Okay, good luck. Have a safe trip.
Thank you very much. I'm a doctor in the making. In a couple of years, I'll be a plastic surgeon.
So lately, in the last 10, 15 years, a lot of Mongolian, especially Mongolian women, started to get plastic surgery, whether it be for eyes and for nose. What would you tell them?
Everybody is beautiful and cute the way he or she is created. The only thing you have to do is appreciate yourself the way you are. Because when you see yourself as ugly, everybody sees you like that. I tell people something. Stand in front of the mirror. Tell yourself, I look pretty. When it sinks into your mindset, when you come out, people see you the way you are. Because life is like a mirror. What you give to life is what you get back from it. If you give life, oh, I'm ugly, and when you come out, automatically you appear ugly before everybody. So I would tell Mongolian ladies, please, your nose is okay the way it is, and almond eyes are so sexy. I like it. I don't know why you want to change it. It's cool.
Okay, Cody, so tell me about your ancestry. You listed a couple of things there.
My grandfather is Mexican, full-blood Mexican, and my grandma is German, Irish, and American Indian. But I don't know anything about my dad, so I don't know anything on that side.
Why do you not know anything about your dad?
He left when I was little. I don't know him, so I don't know anything, what he is or whatever. I never missed what I didn't have. It never really bothered me. And I tried to get in contact with him one time.
How did you do that?
My mom had his parents' phone number, and I called them, but they were not very kind on the phone, so I was like, it's okay. I didn't need anything anyways. I just wanted to talk. And so, yeah, I tried one time to contact them.
So how is your relationship with your mom?
It's good. It's real good. Yeah, it's just been me and my mom since the beginning.
Do you have a lot of respect for women because of single mothering?
Of course, yeah. My mom, I'm very proud of her. Like,
You're speechless when it comes to your mom.
yeah, like she's done so much, and yeah, she did so much with like very little, and so yeah, I do respect women, of course, but single parent moms for sure, because it's definitely difficult.
So what are your plans for having your own family?
I don't know. Got to find the girl first. Hopefully find a wife, adopt one kid, have 2 other kids, so 3 total.
Why adopt one and have 2?
because I want to adopt, because there's so many kids that need adoption, and so maybe take one, and then I would like to have kids of my own. I'd like to see what I can create.
So what do you look for in your future wife, in a woman that is?
And a woman, she's got to be like I'm a Christian, so I would like my wife to be. I want my wife to be Christian, just because I think down the road that could get difficult. But she has to have a great personality, be able to joke and put up with me, because I'm like maybe a jokester sometimes, and maybe that could get annoying. Smart, tough, likes the outdoors.
So are these characteristics that your mom has?
Yeah.
Not necessarily, or yes?
Yeah, I guess. Similar. Some of them, I guess.
So you do agree you're just looking for your mom?
No, that sounds weird.
No, it's what guys do, you know? When it comes to marrying, it's got to be a woman like his mom.
Yeah, I guess. That sounds
About right?
sounds about right, yeah. So hopefully one will show up soon. I was hoping I would find someone. Yeah, hopefully.
You were hoping to find someone ... where?
Somewhere soon.
I thought you just left out a part there.
Next 10 days.
next 10 days maybe.
So to the camera, to all the women who are watching, who may be your potential future wife, what do you want to say to them?
I don't know.
Of course, help him out.
Where are you?
Yes.
Look into the camera and say that.
Where are you?
So I was in Durham when I was a child. So
What were you doing there?
so my parents were engineers during the socialist time. The socialist countries helped each other, and Hungary helped to build up a meat factory in Durham. And my parents were the engineers, and actually I grew up there. I was learning at Mongolian school, number 9. So and my mother actually is from Russia. So my parents decided to let me go to a Mongolian school. So I spent there 3 years, the first 3 years.
Do you remember anyone who went to the same school as you? How old were you when you were in Dahan?
I was 6, 7, yeah, no, I was 7, 8, 9.
Do you remember anyone from that time? Anyone specific?
I had a friend, Zarek, but I lose the contact with him. So.
Maybe you can find him now. What would you like to say to Zorik from the 9th school?
Yes, I know.
Can you explain to the international viewers what the swastika is to Mongolians? It's something historically very important, isn't it?
Yeah, so the swastika is, their origin is from Asia. So you can find in India, in South Asia, in Mongolia. So it's like a hoax, like turning around. It's like symbol of eternity and eternal life. So it's a very kind symbol and a very kind gift to give it to an old person in Mongolia. So the old people like to use on the clothes, on different parts of knife, because it's a symbol of a long life.
I have a feeling a lot of tourists come to Mongolia and get shocked by it because, there are a lot of Mongolian youths who have swastika tattooed on their arms or whatever.
I was shocked when I saw it.
Yeah. What were your feelings when you saw that first? Did you think Mongolians were all Nazis? Were you scared?
I wasn't scared. I thought maybe, I don't know. I didn't know what to think. It was just really confusing because I was in Zomad when I first got here, and I saw it, and I was just like, it was just all over the place, and I didn't really know what to think. And I was like, certainly they're not. Like, that can't be it. And then, but, like, not long after a Mongolian teacher told me that it means a whole lot different. So, but yeah, it is shocking at first, but you can find out easily or quickly that it's not the same, especially if you get to know the people.
You can find it everywhere. You just go, for example, on my back also.
Tumen Nust pattern symbolizes eternity and longevity. Tumen Nust pattern originates from the historical Hus symbol, also infamously known as the swastika. Hus means couple, and it symbolizes the dual patterns of life, as well as the eternal radiation and circulation of the sun and earth.
Hello, we're here today at the Ungut archaeological site. Okay, Kush, what do you know about this place?
I know that in the steppe you can find a lot of Turkish memorials, like the stone guys, and it's from the 6th century because the Turks founded here an empire in 552. So usually these stones, like the human shaped like this one, it's around the 6th century. So it's the Turks when there is a legend that when they killed somebody, for example, a big hero, like the tomb there behind, his body maybe is there, maybe not. But then after this funeral ceremony, the Turks just stand up some stones, and according to people who he has killed, they put some stones in the steppe, and the number of the stones which are there, it's maybe the number of killed people.
What I heard was that the number of stones continues on for 10 kilometers up until the Tul River, is the number of fallen heroes in the army. That's what I heard.
I like more the other version. I like more the other version. 1400 years ago, it was a big, like a lot of yurtas here, like a real nomadic empire center.
Right now we're beside these two human stones, and these stones right by me are, researchers think that this is the king and this is the queen. The interesting thing about this stone is that it still has its head. Back in the times when there were a lot of wars, the side that won the wars would usually cut the head of the stones. So a lot of the stones in Mongolia are without heads. You would just see a perpendicular stone, and yeah, this one you can see its nose and mouth. It's got a really nice shape. It's intact. The king has his arms crossed over his chest like so. It symbolizes comfort and calmness, whereas the woman's hands are crossed across her belly, and it symbolizes her fertility. We're right beside the square tomb, and beside the square tomb is the statue of a lion. And the reason behind this is that lion was considered the king of the beasts. So it is designed to protect the tomb as well as this area from bad spirits. Even now in Mongolia, you can see the statues of lions in front of a lot of organizations, whether it be the Gandan Monastery or a national bank. They always have a statue of a lion protecting it. Behind me you can see a square burial place. This is where certain people of high ranks were buried with all of their belongings. This was intended so that the deceased person can have all that he or she may need in its next life. A lot of household items were also found in these burial places, so it's a great way to know and learn about the lives of the people who lived in these times.